It's time for the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, it's a WIAA Division 7 tournament action featuring the Eleva Strum Cardinals and the Bangor Cardinals. The High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. By Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. By Boyer's Furniture. Quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. By the Country Style Beauty Salon and Spa, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs in Bangor. By Housewarmings on Commercial Street in Bangor, open Wednesday through Saturday. By your RE/MAX Realtor, Patty Evans. Get a free market analysis from Patty Evans in Bangor. By First National Bank of Bangor, Bangor's hometown bank. By the Overtime Pub, on the Loop in Bangor. The game never ends when you're in overtime. By the Purple Cow Ice Cream Shop, featuring 16 kinds of super premium ice cream at the end of Commercial Street, Bangor. By Clements Automotive, quality work, rock bottom prices in Bangor. By Riverbank, with 11 locations, there's bound to be one near you. By Altoff Sales and Service, serving local farms for over 65 years. By Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong dealer in downtown West Salem. By American Family Insurance and your West Salem agent, Jim Quinn. By Union State Bank of West Salem, where customers and community come first. By Arndt, Buswell and Thorne, attorney at law, with offices in Sparta and Bangor. By Bangor Lanes, fun for the whole family at Bangor Lanes. By Fire Protection Specialists, protecting your business from fire in Bangor. And West Salem Pharmacy, a Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you in West Salem. Now let's go down to the field at Bangor High School and the KQEG TV broadcast team, Rick Wilson and Terry Erickson. It's time for the KQEG TV. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bangor High School, where tonight it's Cardinals versus Cardinals. Hi, everybody. Rick Wilson along with Terry Erickson bringing you tonight a WIAA Round 2 tournament action, Division 7, from the home of the Bangor Cardinals. Terry, this is a great team. I mean, we've been following them kind of just by newspaper for many years now. And in 2015, state championship, went to the. They've been into the playoffs deep the last couple of years. This is a really solid team.
Is it a solid team? And talk about a recipe for success in a small town.
Yeah,
that is exactly where we are. You know, I've broadcast now for over 15 years, and this is the first time I have ever broadcast a game at Bangor High School.
Well,
now,
same here.
I've asked you like 15 years in a row to come to Bangor, and we've never been able to do that. All kidding aside, this is one of my favorite communities. Why? Because I grew up in a small town, Ettrick. This is kind of like a small town, Ettrick, here closer to La Crosse.
Yeah.
But a recipe for success in terms of not just football, Rick. We're talking about volleyball. We're talking about basketball, boys and girls. We're talking about baseball, softball. They have just found their strength in every single co-curricular activity, and it's just phenomenal. I don't know how many communities that are of this size in the nation have found this recipe for success.
Well, they certainly have found it here, but they don't do it by passing the ball.
They don't.
Neither one of these teams is a passing team.
Here's the misleading thing of their logo, their nickname, the Cardinals versus the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Now, the last time I checked, Cardinals fly.
Okay.
And so, and neither of these two teams fly at all, except maybe as a surprise and change approach, maybe on third down and long and so on. But basically, there are two teams that really live on the common ground, meaning the ground game. So, again, that's misleading. They're more like pit bulls than they are Cardinals. For example, with the Bangor Cardinals, like every other year, 3,152 yards running the ball, only 237 yards passing the ball. Now, is that a disparity or what? But let's flip over to Eleva Strum. 437 yards passing, 4 TDs. And the Pit Bulls from Eleva Strum, 2,700 yards running and 35 TDs. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Both of them, we're going to see a game that is really the identity of both teams on the ground.
All about running. That's what it'll be tonight. We'll tell you more about these teams as we get into it, folks. But right now, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with more after this.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
Mix 96, today's best music mix. Good morning. Van McNeil, More Music Morning Show is on the air.
Say, hey now, baby.
Hello, Ryan Seacrest here, Mix 96.
Are you ready for it?
Hey, it's Reed Magnum, Mix 96. Taylor Swift, here we go.
Are you ready for it?
This is Pop Crush Nights. I am Lisa Page. The moment that I've been talking about all week, I'm sure you're so over me mentioning the Chainsmokers, but hi, Alex and Drew are on the line right now.
Mix 96.1.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson and Terry Erickson as the American Legion marches the flag off the field. The band is here today. They played the Star Spangled Banner for us. Terry, let's talk about, we talked a little bit about the fact that both of these teams are running teams, but they're about to get the kickoff underway. What do you think are keys to today's game?
Well, I think the 12th man is one, and playing at Bangor where they very seldom lose. Is that a factor in this game? Absolutely, because they just own this football field, no question about it. Number two, I think if Eleva Strum gets behind Rick in the game, and they've read what Bangor football is all about. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. They know exactly what they're up against. If they get behind and they give Bangor the short field, I think they're in huge trouble, and it could be a runaway game like it has been for most of the season. The Cardinals 9-1, 11 times they've won the Scenic Bluffs Conference Championship. Everyone knows how good they are.
Yeah.
And I think, thirdly, if both teams will run the ball, no question about it. That's obvious. They both run out of the traditional full house backfield. They run some misdirection, surprising change with some passing. It's interesting when we watch Eleva Strum, we're going to see not many teams run the option anymore. But DeSoto ran it for many years. They won state championships. Now at the college level, Navy runs it, Georgia Tech runs it, and there's some full house other teams that we see. But when you and I broadcast college football, how many times do we see that? Not much, because you see more spread offenses and the read option and trying to go vertical and so on. So the defense will be a factor, is what I'm trying to get at in kind of a long answer. So usually when you see teams that run the ball, you really load the inside, right?
Right.
Okay, so when you do that, sometimes you're vulnerable because a play-action pass, which Bangor likes to use, basically it will be a success for them. So read your keys, but don't necessarily think that it's going to be predictable, because at this time of the season, in the 11th week, teams are going to open up their playbook, Rick, and you're going to see things that you might not have seen in the past.
Well, one of the things that they're going to do, obviously, at the Bangor Cardinals are going to have to bring pressure on Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson is the team. I mean, he's the leading rusher, he's the leading passer, he's the quarterback. I mean, he pretty much makes it happen.
Boy, I did some research on him. Not only that, but he's a great defensive back. 406-yard passing, but he runs for about 1,000 yards. And then behind him is Andrew Schoen, who has 878 yards of his own. So there's a good combination. But then answer that over with Carter Horseman, who's been on our show as a running back, 1,300 yards, 16 TDs, and Trevor Jones, who was on our show just a few months ago, the quarterback. His dad is Merlin Jones, the girls basketball coach. I've introduced you to him. So you have featured players on both sides of the field, but then you also have great complementary players surrounding them.
That's true. Well, it looks like the Bangor, and we'll just have to call them Bangor and Eleva Strum because they're both Cardinals. Bangor in the red today, and Eleva Strum in the white. So back deep now for Eleva Strum is Andrew Shane, or is it Schoen or Shane?
It's Schoen.
Schoen. Okay, got to make sure I pronounce that correctly.
Yeah, Andrew Schoen, number 12, a junior. And by the way, two great coaches, Chad Hansen and from Eleva Strum. We're going to talk about him during the broadcast. Kevin Kravick, first year as head coach, coming back.
All right, here comes the kickoff by Trevor Jones. Taken at about the 10-yard line to get it out to the 30. He's breaking through the line, gets it down to about the 38-yard line where he's taken down.
Yeah.
So Eleva Strum will start 1st and 10 on about their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, tackle by and the first tackle of the game. Let's credit that to number 1, Jamison Freet. So a little Simmons check right there. We're going to see.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a great run back. We're going to see that quite a bit. He handles the punt returns and he handles the kickoff returns. So right away we have a whistle now.
I can't wait to see a little line movement here. What do we got? We're just yard chain gang, but I don't want to get ahead of myself with Simonchek, but do you know that he's a leading collective runner in the nation in Division III when you combine both his punt returns and kick returns? Did you know that?
And for those who are watching that don't know this, he is a UWL running back, basically.
Exactly.
We're talking about the Lacrosse Eagles, which we'll be doing tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right, over at Memorial Stadium
about
there.
5'7", 150 pounds, by the way.
Here we go. Back to the game here. There's the snap. He rolls on out. He's going to run with it, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on the run. Ryan Johnson will carry the ball a lot. We'll see him with that doing just what we just saw. Quite a bit, running behind his blockers.
You talked about him before. He really is one special player, but he's got to get good blocking from his offensive line. Tight end, particularly Brad Gibson, who does a lot when they run the outside veer.
He picks up 5 yards, 2nd down and 5 now. There's the handoff. Nope, he's going to fake the handoff, run with it again, and a gain of a couple of yards on that play. Brings up 3rd down and about 3.
Runs a little bit of the predetermined read, runs a lot of his own reads, so that's a key factor. Center Connor Winju, Mitchell Johnson, Mitchell Olsen, a tackle, and the other tackle, Jacob Palkowski.
So here we go again, 3rd down. Just getting underway here at Bangor Field. And now this time a pass that goes way over the intended receiver. He was looking for Cade McSorley, his favorite target, shall we say. McSorley has about 26 yards a game. Also on the defensive side, he's got 5 interceptions, but he seems to be the target that Johnson most loves to throw to.
You know why he likes to throw to him? Kind of like Cole Speaker. He's got such great vertical jump. Cole Speaker, of course, UWL. And he also is 6'3", so that's why you look at him.
Could be. All right, so let's see. They're going to kick. 4th down. And back at about the 25-yard line is Ryan Johnson. And he's going to let that one go. Does it go out of bounds? Yes, it did. I thought for a minute there. It was just going to roll all the way down to the end zone, but it didn't. But that'll be a great kick for Eleva. Left in the first quarter here. We're just getting things underway.
Available. The pharmacies provide free delivery or mail outs on.
It will be recovered.
Schoen, I believe.
Yeah.
Andrew Schoen has dotted the pages on both defense and his contributions to the Eleva Strum team.
So it doesn't get too far.
Again, Bangor trying to pull their guard and get something going, but unable to. Again.
3rd down and 6.
Again, Myron, one of the deep tackle.
Say, Patty Evans Real Estate. If you're thinking about buying or selling your home, don't do it without a professional like Patty Evans. She can help you work through the real estate jungle and arrive at your dream home safely. Patty Evans Real Estate in Bangor. Call 792-3664 for a free market analysis today.
That time carry 29, Jaden Fargan again, but wow, good. When you several defenders show up at the it well.
Yeah. Minute 20 left.
Najagal on the tackle. Checkation.
4th down, and they will kick. Looks like back deep for Horseman and Jones back deep. Nice block by Johnson there. Jones, rather. Nice block by Jones, and gets him a couple of extra yards. Out of bounds.
Spun and changed directions. Run out of bounds by Jacob Pelkowski, number 53. And best field position in the first half for Bangor.
Good, folks. There's no score yet between Bangor and Eleva Strum. Up under center. He's going to keep. That was an option for Johnson. He decided to keep it and ran right into a bunch of red jerseys.
You ever had a decision like that where you regretted it? That could be one right there.
He might have had one right there.
With you tonight?
1st and 10 for Eleva Strum. And off. He gets hit right away at the line and pushed back. He's not going anywhere with that one. Andrew Schoen, ball carrier.
You talk about a party of ball.
No
wow.
kidding.
Heyman, 5'11", 215, one of the first guys to meet him at the line of scrimmage. One of the key things, place his feet with your feet.
Yeah.
Don't wait for the offense to come to you. Take them back.
I was so impressed with the way the downtown and the merchants in the ordered the idea of us coming to Ducast. It was very heartening. It was just a nice thing to see that kind of thing, but all the athletics that they do at Bangor.
Yeah, and I'm able to secure that many sponsors because I told you, you might not have any trouble, and you didn't.
No, it worked out very nicely. So we hope to be able to all the way through. If they continue to win, they got to get past. Let's not look down. Don't expect them to do a lot of passing.
We've seen more passes now.
Well, we'll see what they do. Johnson comes up under center. And he goes nowhere. Take immediately. That was, of course.
Just incredible penetration right at the point of contact. Grant Mankey, one of them, number 76.
So they'll call a timeout. Regroup, if you will, discussion there. And this time we want to mention fire protection specialists.